Hey everybody, Jeff with the Grand Lake Outdoor Report. As always, thanks for listening. Man, looks like we got a cold north breeze that's rolled into the shores of Grand Lake this morning. It's went to bed last night. It was definitely cooling off, but my thermometer's saying 26 out there right now. I haven't done any fishing to speak of here over the last month or so because of deer season. And I'm still kind of chasing one or two bucks around I hope I can get caught up with. But I've got gulls diving out here this morning. And typically when I start to see these gulls scanning the top of the water, sometimes we have some shad, thermal shock shad, coming to the top. So Hayden fished a little bit this week. I haven't had a chance to talk to him, and I really haven't had a chance to talk to very many people at all that's fished this week as everybody's traveling and getting ready for the holidays. But I'm kind of starting to wonder if we didn't have enough cold weather to maybe put a few of these shad into thermal shock, according to what I got the gulls doing out here today. Now, I don't know that to be the case, but if that is the case, the catfishing could start to get a little bit slower here on the upper end of the lake. You know, typically every year the way this works, the upper end of the lake, the shallower end of the lake will go into a shad kill a little bit sooner than the south or west end of the lake. And right now I'm seeing these birds here in front of my house, and there's quite a few of them out there. But these days that we get this cold north wind, it really churns the water up, and the water loses a lot of temperature. And, you know, it's time, usually around Christmas, if some years we can get that thermal shock or that shad kill on the upper end of the lake, and it can really slow the fishing down for a while. Deer season, firearm season wound up, and boy, I tell you what, there was just a lot of very successful people here in Oklahoma. A lot of people around the shores of Grand Lake took some nice deer. I saw some really big deer pictures from down around Spavinaw, Uchi area and Jay area. Seems like that's always a good area down there for good genetics, and people take some really nice deer down in that area. We've been hunting mostly in southern Oklahoma, southeast Oklahoma. Haven't spent as much time hunting up here as we have in the last few years, and we've had some luck, but we just haven't got caught up with any big bucks there in Oklahoma yet. I'm gonna say that moving into the looking at the forecast, kind of moving into the over the holidays. I'm not seeing any just ridiculously cold weather. And usually over Christmas and the first 2 weeks of January, we can get some pretty nasty cold weather some years, and that makes some deer hunting can be really good. The last 3 weeks of archery season, the last 4 weeks of archery season can be really good if you like to hunt over corn and attractants, and you know you like to try to bait your deer in. It can get really good. We are seeing a lot of deer move to the feeders right now as the acorns kind of run out. And the other thing too is we had some pretty heavy rains during deer season, and a lot of those rains will start to break down and decompose a lot of the acorns that are on the ground. And sometimes it's the later acorns that fall that the deer really have to key in and capitalize on. So you've got all these factors. Most of your greens browse, there's a lot of your green browse is starting to get ate and lose its leaves as it gets cold. So I tell you, I really look forward to hunting the last 3 weeks of Oklahoma archery season every year if we can get some cold weather. And if you put some snow on top of it, it just gets, I think it just gets 5 times better. So I don't know if we're going to get any of that weather between now and the end of the season. but it's very possible. This crazy weather we have here in Oklahoma, you just never know what you're going to get. I'm not sure if I'm going to get an outdoor report done for next week, so I don't really see a whole lot changing. If anything does change, it'll be weather related. But if you're used to catching fish in the wintertime, not much is going to change. The same docks are going to have fish in them. The same deep brush will have in them. We're going to have white bass up at the Twin Bridges. We're going to have people up there at Twin Bridges catching crappie and brush piles. If they're running water, they'll be starting to catch fish below the dam at Grand Lake. Both Uchi and Spavinaw, the fishing will be really good down there as well. And you can just kind of count on the same things happening over and over. Year after year here, as long as we've got clear water and normal conditions, you can capitalize on these fish. I do know that the paddlefish snagging will get better the colder the water gets over the next couple weeks. So if you don't hear from me next week because of the holidays, I just want to let everybody know kind of what's going on. I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I would like to thank the GRDA for their continued support. I'd like to thank the Erie dealers and Walmart there in Grove that's put in the Lucky Strike products. I'd like to thank all of the folks that hire Hayden, Williams Guide Service, and hire Owen for his grand glass cleaning. Thank you for all of that. Patricia would like to thank everybody that comes over to her spa, VIP Grand Lake, and everybody at Lucky Strike would like to thank you for participating and buying these American-made products that Toby Keith and I were producing there in Greenwood, Arkansas, and some of the kits and some of the other fun things we've got going on. You can always visit fishlucky.com to find out more about that. And that's it for me. As always, thanks for listening, and good luck out there.